Me again. More ranting. Obama, Bush. From one point of view, a waste of skin. Now, yeah, I know that's not very charitable, and I wouldn't want him dead. And I know there isn't a lot we can do about what went on, and from a certain point of view, even my own point of view, you know, they serve sort of higher purposes in a way. I mean, I'm a philosopher, you know, and as a philosopher I think weird things like, well, oh my, the reason the world has to go in the shitter is because if people don't have a world going in the shitter, they're just going to sleep, they're not going to wake up, they're not going to actually do anything, they'll just party all the time. And it's true, you know. One of the reasons the world is sort of collapsing in on itself in its own little strange ways, it collapses in on itself and gets messy and messy, is because inside us is something really important, and this particular inside us thing needs to be educated, and the only way it seems to manage to get educated is through hard times. I mean, you look at history. There's never been a government come into existence that didn't happen through a lot of pain. Our form of government, or at least what's left of it, came through a lot of pain. I mean, first the British had to crap on everybody for a long, long time, till finally they couldn't take it anymore. That's sort of what the Tea Party people try to, you know, act like that's a thing that means something. They want to connect with that, but I don't think they've been as deprived as our founders were in a certain kind of way. They just think they're deprived. Wait another 10 years and then they'll know something about being deprived. But that's how the world works. Crap happens. People, because there's something in it, in them that's indomitable, won't be dominated. They'll stand up to it. I mean, right now we're going through this weird thing that involves the stuff going on at the airports with the pat-down searches and the rest of that. And a lot of people are scared. I mean, that's the basic argument that's happening out in public, you know. Security versus privacy. And it's probably the most important thing that's going on, and it's really good that the citizens are waking up. See, this is another way we get to wake up. The government is seriously overreaching, and the government belongs to us. And they do these polls, they put these polls, 85% of the people are okay with it. No. 85% of the people are little tiny mice. They'll go along with anything. They just want to be able to get on the plane and get to where they're going, to their family or to the party or to the business deal or their vacation or wherever they got to get on the plane to go. And they'll let themselves be groped. You know, nobody thinks about the poor TSA people. Everybody thinks, oh, bad TSA people. God, what a stinky job to have. Can you imagine that most of those people actually like, you know, feeling up the crotch of an 8-year-old girl? You think the women that have to do that like it? Maybe. Nobody likes it. Even the people that say it's okay, they don't like it. So what's going on? Well, the government's out of control. The people who say that the terrorists have won, this is proof of the winning of the terrorists, is absolutely true. The terrorists have won. They've terrorized us. We're a bunch of scared little mice running around thinking somebody's going to get on our plane with a bomb up his ass and he's going to blow us all to hell. And let me tell you something, folks. You are going to die. I realize that you haven't really thought about it very much, but you are going to die. Most of you will die in a car accident if you're going to be involved in any kind of mangled metal, not in the blowing up of an airplane. It would take a lot of blowing up of airplanes to meet in numbers any of the other ways that the people in the United States are dying. Now think about that. People die in industrial accidents, they die on our highways, they die of smoking too much, they die of overeating, they die of all kinds of diseases. Most of the causes of the death in the United States have nothing to do whether some terrorist with a bomb up his ass has got on your airplane with you. And the government has no business making the country go around afraid to fly. You should be afraid to get on the freeway. You know, you go out at night, you go to the movies, you get on the freeway, you're more likely to get clipped by a drunk driver on the freeway than you are by getting on an airplane. And yet we sit there and we let them tell us what to do, and I'm telling you, it's stupid. It's just plain stupid. Now I hope people start to get it with this TSA thing in the pat-downs. Nobody really likes it. The government has no business doing it. They have no business standing there, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. The thing to be afraid of is your government that has no sense of balance, no sense of propriety, no sense that they shouldn't be giving people jobs where they have to put their hands on people's crotches. Okay? It's insane. And it's a perfect example of the intersection between the citizenry of the United States and corporate capitalism. And I mean, one of the things that's sort of leaking out is how much money somebody's making to make those X-ray machines. You know? Wouldn't you like to know what corporation got paid to train these TSA people to do this stuff? And don't think somebody didn't get paid. The government bureaucracy isn't smart enough to train people to do this stuff. Outsource it to some kind of corporation. It's big business, this security stuff. And it's just one more way we let ourselves be screwed by an establishment that doesn't really care about us. You know? What a world we live in. Once more, just so nobody fails to get the point, we could do away with a lot of this security. Yep, plane or two might blow up. Gosh. Wouldn't want to be on it. Gosh. I think the temperature of our social life would go way down if we weren't under this kind of pressure, though. I think we'd get along with each other better if the government would lead us with some wisdom instead of some idiocy. More later.